Greetings and salutations. Today I bring you a video on trying out these poster color paints that are, I believe they are used for Studio Ghibli background or just Studio Ghibli films in general, because they like to keep it traditional, which I appreciate so much. So much. So first thing I'll go off by saying, well, they're pretty affordable for a lot. There's like a lot of paint in there. But the only thing I would say is that they dry up, but they reactivate. It's like kind of like it has like a thickness like acrylic, but you can reactivate it like watercolor. It's kind of like gouache, but to be honest, while I was using these, I still preferred gouache more over these poster colors. But to the right, if you see my beautiful boy that I painted, I painted him with gouache. So you'll see like a what do you call it, a comparison as I'm painting this, unless I move the camera. I don't really know, so I'm just doing the voiceover. So yeah, I think the colors I usually go for when I'm mixing my palette is like, of course, white, because I like to lighten things up. I never use black because it just worsens the color. Honestly, white does the same. Not worsens the color, but it makes it less saturated and not cute as fuck. And we want our paintings to be cute as fuck, right? Right. So I have white, I have like the red and yellow. I think there was like a golden yellow, and then a viridian green. I think I also implemented a little bit of the blue that was in the set, but I digress. I gotta sneeze. Yeah. Oh, so I showed the palette. That's amazing. So I first went over with a skin. I usually go for the skin first, but the only thing, like, it does dry a little bit of the different color question mark, but I don't know, I had a hard time mixing it, and that's why you see me struggling to do that throughout this period. I think I got like a little bit better at it, but at the same time I was like, oh, that's the same. But this was also quite a quick painting. I did this within like an hour, so if I had spent another hour on it, I probably could have finessed the paints a little bit more, but I digress. One thing to keep in mind of these paints is they have a lightfastness, which, if you don't know, certain paints can the colors can fade depending on how you store it. So if you hang this painting up, over time the color will become more like lightened because of the sun. So that's why I believe all like the storyboards and stuff for the Studio Ghibli films, they're used for production, not for hanging it up on display in a museum or whatever, where there could be like sunlight and stuff. So if you want to do like a commission and that person plans to hang their painting up, don't use poster colors. Nonetheless, it is fun to work with if you want to utilize it to paint affordably, I guess. I mean, I don't know, this pack, I bought it like 2 years ago, but I remember it being like $70. Yeah, I really struggled with this, and this is coming from someone who's like a veteran of using gouache for like the last 3 or 4 years. Personally, I really like the Holbein gouache, but I don't know, I feel like I would have to try these paints again, because I really wasn't feeling myself with it. I think as I got more layers into it, it got a little bit better, but then I think when I was painting it, I was like, you know what, I don't feel like I'm painting how I usually paint, which is just like, I don't blend. I hate blending. Unless I have to blend for the skin, I'll blend a little bit, but when I'm rendering clothes, I tend to just blotch the colors on and go from there to create this illusion that I am, there's folds and like blended but not really blended, like blending without the blending, if you catch my drift. Just like blocking in the colors, kind of like those like little number paint things that you like buy and you gotta like paint according to the numbers. It's kind of like that, but more freestyle and better. And yeah. I feel like I said I could have done this better. Sorry, I burped. In my defense, no, I have nothing to say. Maybe I'll try it, the poster colors again. I don't really know though, because when I use mediums that I don't like in first hand, it makes me not want to use them again. And I know it's bad for me saying, because I'm always like, oh, you can't like expect to be good the first time, like, but I'm like, damn, like I'm like nice with paints. Like even when I like did like oil painting for the first time or like gouache painting for the first time, it wasn't too bad. Like it wasn't horrible. I kind of saved it a little bit with doing like line art for the drawing. Do I do line art for the other painting? No, I do. I mean with the paints itself, yes, but I don't know why I chose to use a micron pen. Also, I wouldn't recommend using the micron pen over it because it kind of like fucks up the nib. Like that's why there's like scratches, like right, like little test scratches right next to his head, because I was just the ink just stopped working. I'm like, no, please. I think it just doesn't work well with the paint itself. But gouache, microns work with gouache. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, I think it also does the same thing. Just don't use pens. Don't use a micron pen after you're painting. But yeah, so I think I just kept going over it. Honestly, again, I could have done it better for the millionth time, but we digress. We keep moving forward, because how do we get better if we don't move forward? Don't bring back 2 minutes ago when I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna work with these again. Shut up. Then I gave him like Kylie Jenner lips by accident. I don't know why. I hated it. So then you'll see eventually that I had to like repaint his entire face again, and I was like, fuck my life, dude. Like, I don't, how could I fuck up Pookie's beautiful face, his beautiful luscious lips. You guys don't know his lips because I don't really show his face, but I digress. And he had this like kind of like, I don't know, Journey shirt. Does he even listen to Journey? I gotta ask him, because he doesn't really listen. Isn't Journey the one that does that one song, she took the midnight train going anywhere. Anyways, so I did that because I was like, I'm not gonna, I like my boyfriend's fashion. I really do. That's why I paint him a lot. Also, I love him and he's my muse. But honestly, like, I really appreciate his style. Even though it could be simple sometimes, but nonetheless, like, I still love drawing him. And I wanted to paint him with his new haircut, because he always had that ponytail. If you guys have been following me for a while, you see me always drawing him in like a little updo ponytail with his bangs down. Anyways, so yay, I fixed the lips. Woo! That's awesome. Do I recommend these paints? If you want to try it, I say go for it. They are expensive. If you have $70-$80 to drop, go for it. I bought it on Amazon, came in with like, I don't know, like 2 days because I have Amazon Prime. Only thing, just don't leave it out in the sun unless you want the colors to just die on you. Like it's like being sucked by like a vampire, like, and the color just strains. That's how it'll look like if you leave it out in the sun. And yeah, I give these paints like a 7 out of 10. 6.5. But again, if I try painting with them again, I could probably make it into an 8 or a 9 if I really tried. I will see you guys in the next video, and let me know what you want me to like try out. Okay, bye.